Hi, welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to be doing this week's Top 5 Wednesday topic, which is forgettable books. These books aren't forgettable because they're bad. I have really bad memory anyway, so I can read a book, really enjoy it, but then if it's been quite a while, I can forget really what it's about and what's happened. There's quite a few books for this due to that reason and my rubbish memory. The first book I'm going to mention is Red Queen by Christina Henry. So I'm mentioning this just because the first book, Alice, was amazing. Red Queen wasn't as good. I don't really remember much that happened in this book. I remember thinking it was quite a letdown because this basically follows on straight from Alice, and as you can probably guess, it's a retelling of Alice in Wonderland, but it's also a horror retelling of Alice in Wonderland, which was quite good. I don't remember much of this, so I can't tell you much about it, but what I can say is that read Alice, the first book, and read Lost Boy, which is Christina Henry's retelling of Peter Pan. Maybe just miss out Red Queen because it's not important and it's not the best. Next one is His Bloody Project by Graham McRoburnett. So I do remember really liking this. This is set in Scotland, I think, in 1869, and it follows a brutal murder, but the way you read it makes it seem like it's non-fiction. As you can see in the front, it says documents relating to the case of Roderick McRae. You've got witness statements, and then you've got the murderer's confession or saying what's happened. And then at the end, after all these statements, and then you've got the doctor's report as well, the autopsy, it's kind of like leaving you to think, did this guy actually commit the murders? It's really, really good, but I just can't remember the ins and outs of it, so that bit's quite forgetful. This is probably one of the books that I am wanting to reread this year because I'm wanting to do more historical fiction. So I will probably reread this as part of it. Next one is The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. I think everyone knows what Dorian Gray is about. It's about a young guy and basically he doesn't age. You know, when people worry, it shows on their face and stuff like that. It doesn't show on him. Instead, he has a portrait of himself that he hides away, and that shows all the evil he's done, how he would look now if all that showed on his face. If you get what I mean, I've said that's so complicated, but basically I didn't enjoy this. This was not as good as I thought it would be, hence why I kind of skim read it just to get it finished because I read this on Halloween last year. I didn't like it, hence why I've probably forgotten everything that happened in it. Next one is again a book that I really enjoyed, but I did read it in 2016, so I kind of forgotten the majority of it, but that's The Hangman's Daughter by Oliver Pooch. I can never pronounce that name, but this was amazing. That's what I remember, because I am wanting to carry on with the series, but before I carry on with the series I will have to reread this book because I've forgotten the majority of the characters. I mean, the plot was amazing. Basically it follows the hangman of this town, and a family friend is accused of witchcraft, but he doesn't believe them. He's someone that would only really execute someone if he fully believed they were a witch. Accusing someone that he knew is definitely not a witch. I mean, she's basically the midwife, and all these children have been dying, and he sets about of solving these murders, and it's so good. You've got him, you've got his daughter who's also involved, and yeah, I really liked it. And again, like His Bloody Project, I am probably going to reread this year because I remember really enjoying it. I just don't remember the ins and outs of it. Next one is The Nest by Cynthia Deaprick Sweeney. So again, I did quite enjoy this. It wasn't my favourite contemporary, but it was quite good. It's about a family and the father dies. He's basically left them his estate, and each family member wants the money for their own purposes. The only problem is that there's about 4 people and I can't remember their motives of getting the money. So that's where it becomes a bit forgettable because I can't remember the characters, I can't remember why the members of the family want the money, because there's loads of different reasons that I even can't remember off the top of my head. I think one person's just in debt, but that always happens in books like this. My top 5 forgettable books, like I said before, majority of them have just been forgotten because it's been a while since I've read them, and I really do need to reread them. And I am planning on doing a lot of rereading this year. I say this every year, but there's always books I want to reread, and I want to focus on that this year to enjoy some of my favourites and give them another read. That's it for this video. If you want to, you can comment down below. There's all my social media links below, and I will see you later with a new video. Bye!